Okay, that was that. Mainly what I want to talk about today is just my TV show. But I can't talk about my TV show because it'll spoil it, even though it's never going to get made. I don't want to hold this freaking microphone. Ugh. Every time I start this, it's like, ugh, and then I end up getting on a groove. When the old boat train left politics, state of the world. I need to do more research into philosophy and thinking because I like thinking. I think life is really good. Not having a fun time making this video. Sometimes I find myself thanking ChatGPT. Read this one quote. People kill things like grasshoppers and cockroaches. You're praised for that. Then people kill butterflies and they're chastised. Aesthetics are a big part of human culture. Maybe protect pretty things for evolution so that all the people in the future can be pretty. It made me think about creating this TV show. My creative process. I make better stuff when I enjoy what I'm doing. So I don't necessarily like sitting down and just grinding something out. I like to find what I am interested in the most at that moment and start there. And then when new ideas come up and they all start coming together. I've had a problem with all these business, like the hustle culture, business gurus, making it seem that the hardest thing to do is the right thing to do. Like you need to work and be miserable. I don't think work needs to be miserable. Like it can be fun. But the pilot episode is a great example of this. Because when I was writing the pilot episode, I wasn't looking forward to writing the pilot episode. And I did force myself to write it 2 times. And then I realized that there was another idea that changed the entire idea of the pilot episode. So there's obviously some sort of pull or magnetism. I feel like people need to not be so afraid of doing what they want to do, as long as it doesn't get out of hand. There's definitely something that does come with work, because you need to start. There was this quote and it said, the magic you are searching for is in the work that you're avoiding. The hustle culture is valuable for one moment, when you start. I think the issue with hustle culture is it can get you to do something that you don't want to do for a long period of time. Drills in the point where goals and results are more important than the process. Because you have to enjoy the process. I don't know why there's this, it sucks to work out, it sucks to do all this. You just gotta do it. You gotta push through, and it's hard and miserable. It's not hard and miserable. Work should not be hard and miserable. You just need to find something that you enjoy doing, and there's gonna be hard points, but those hard points aren't even hard when you enjoy what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much of a difference between doing something that you don't want to do, but the result is what you want, than doing something that you do want to do, and the result is arbitrary. My mind state towards my life at this moment is that I'm succeeding. There's something definitely powerful about finding your true meaning and what you genuinely enjoy. I feel like a lot of my life has been trying to find what I actually should be doing. Parts of the times when I was led astray is when I was doing something that was really difficult and I didn't enjoy, but I was brainwashed by the mindset that if you don't enjoy it and it's hard, that is a good thing. When I found this TV show and started writing it, my life kind of opened up and I felt more comfortable and secure because I felt like it was what I was supposed to be doing because I enjoyed the work. In The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, there was this part where Mark Manson, the author, described how he enjoyed the idea of being a rock star, but he realized he didn't like the process of becoming a rock star. Thing that you want to do the most and what you should do is the thing that you enjoy the process of doing. I wanted to film content for people, and I had this plan where I was going to do like a whole Alex Hormozy thing, and I really enjoyed the part where I would calculate on my calculator how much money I would make in this time if I set these goals and did these things and how much money I would be making. But I didn't enjoy the 8 hours a day that I was filming content for people. The difference between that and this TV show is I enjoy the 8 hours part no matter if it becomes a TV show or not. And I think that's why right now that my life is a success, like I feel successful, I feel like I've figured it out. The key to life is setting your life up in a way that every day is what you want to be doing for the rest of your life. We gotta forget about results. we've got to forget about the goals. I don't like goals. The only goal that you should have in your life is making every day as good as it possibly can be and do what you want to be doing for the rest of your life in that day. Does that make sense? So work is kind of the only part about my life that I don't enjoy right now that I would like to get rid of. I'm fine with working, and I'm trying to express that work is an evil, and it's a necessary evil for me to get the privilege to do something that doesn't bring immediate value to society. I just enjoy every day because it feels like this is how the rest of my life is going to be. If I have the privilege to provide value by creating this TV show exclusively, that's great, but it's still work. I don't necessarily think that I'm going to get a different energy or experience if I succeed with this TV show and end up doing it full time. I feel like there's still going to be a grinding aspect to it because the demand and the pressure for my TV show will be more apparent. So I'm working to provide value for other people in a measurable way, and I'm working on the TV show, which doesn't provide value right now, but has the possibility to provide value in the future. Doing a 9-to-5 job is providing direct value to society because you're helping people out. If your art does not help people out to the point that you can quit your job, you have to shift your amount of value that you're giving to trade off your job. The interesting thing about my TV show is that all the ideas that I have throughout the day just naturally can be cycled in and fleshed out and presented in a way that I understand and that I think is fun and encapsulating of the whole idea in the way that I would like to see it myself in a story. I don't like being absolute. I don't like saying this is how it is. I like to play it out in a story and say, what if this happened and this is how this played out in this particular instance? What do you think? And it kind of gives the universe and the forces that be and the changes that I'm going through express themselves in a natural, or like in an authentic way. An authentic expression of who I am. Because I'm not one person. Well, like I am, but like I'm not one identity, or I'm not one, I'm not the same all the time. I do like the aspect that there's different sides of people in every day, and it's just you see them. If you meet somebody and if you really get to know somebody, you see all these different sides, and I feel like there's different sides to everybody, but they're all the same sides. Like, people are silly, they're funny. I feel like everybody's funny. You just gotta find the different ways that people express different things. And I find it interesting how this episode of whatever this show that I'm doing right now, is expressing itself in a way that I didn't expect. I thought it would be more funny, but it's definitely, like, I found an energy. I understand, like, the points that I want to go and the way that I want to attack it in a way that I didn't find in the last episode. I think that the way that we learn is just changing the invisible draw to what makes our decision. I just tend to make different decisions based on the way I feel in the moment, but the way that I feel in the moment is dictated by past actions, but it's not apparent in the moment. Imagine this, okay? There's this energy blob, and it's just kind of this white or colored ball of moldable energy, but it always keeps its same shape, okay? And it is the guiding force for all of our decisions that we make. And over time, the decisions and the consequences of those decisions and our reaction to those consequences and those decisions contribute to the overall feeling of the energy that we are. And the more this energy changes, the more it draws us into certain different directions, which I think can just be kind of run down to habits, but also the decisions and also the experiences and everything just kind of contributes to this general energy that we have that brings us to the places that we want to be or don't want to be. Pulling and pushing force of energy that, like gravity kinda. Similar energies attract similar energies. So if there's a group of people that have that have an energy similar to yours, you're going to be drawn to them. And if your energy changes, then you will be drawn to different people and different situations and different decisions and different things. Every moment of every day produce drops of change in this energy till it's like a water ball, like a ball of water, and you drip different colors of energy or something. This energy changes based on what you do, and what you do changes what you do in the future in this interesting way that isn't really explainable, because not every decision you make is consciously based on the last decision you make. It's just kind of this all-encompassing liquid that is slowly morphing into who you are to become. A story that comes from experiencing something that is out of this world is already a story in and of itself. Where do I get my ideas, and why do I think the way that I think? That's the main thing that I find interesting right now, is why and how am I thinking right now? Like, I have these decisions that I make, but why do I make them? How do I make them? And what's the cause and effect and the realistic result of what could possibly happen from what I say? I don't understand why I'm saying the things that I'm saying right now, but there's an obvious path that I'm following. Like, in my head, it's like, oh, do say this. Pause for a minute. Wait until there's something better that comes along so you can say this. Continue saying that sentence. Follow through with that. Don't say that. That doesn't quite make sense. There's a possibility that there might be a general energy that pulls us into the direction that we're supposed to go without us knowing. I contemplate the place that I'm in when I'm speaking or thinking. So like right now, I'm thinking in hallways, like energy hallways that I'm going down. And then there's like options. And I'm like, you could, but there's an energy that I'm going down this certain hallway, and the thing that I'm trying to express is, how do I know which hallway I'm supposed to go down? But I do. I know which hallway I'm supposed to go down. There's like different places that I could possibly go, but there's a golden path. There's a golden brick road or a yellow brick road that I'm following to get to the destination that I want to go to, and I don't know how I want to go there. Thinking is like a journey. It's an exploration of just this random